So this is the lathe that I was talking about. I got this some years ago. It wasn't an awful lot of money, I think sort of €100 or something like that. It was in a friend of mine's place. I actually got it in a package deal with two minis. The one that is now the race mini and the Mark III that I'm building in the other shop. It kind of came together as a package, so I don't really know what the cost was. But yeah, I mean, it all works. It's in quite a bad state now. You can see it runs okay. Just need to clean up the truss. It's got a few it's got a few heads with it. But you can see this is obviously the original belt that was on it here. And then it's got this to bring it in and out of gear. So as you can see, so what you've got is basically four gears. The bottom one here, this one, and this one. And this just disengages the gears so you can change the belt. And as I said, I think there's three of these heads. So where the cutting tool goes over there. It's even got a little poise lamp with it as well, look. So it's kind of nice. The bed is pretty clean and straight, just needs cleaning up really and painting. So the idea is to put this onto that lister and have it as a little sort of display in the garage, if you like. I'll take you around and show you the other bits I've got for it. I think there's a couple of chucks, there's another couple under there. And there's a bunch of stuff comes with it, tools. There's quite a few boxes full of cutting bits and so on and so forth. So whether I actually ever use it or not, I'm not really sure, but something nice to have. I love old machinery. I'll show you a couple of other pieces that I've got. Power stroke. Correct position of the thumb on the starting handle, exactly what. So you can see there, look, thumb out. So if it kicks back, it doesn't break your thumb. Crank the engine quickly whilst holding air buttons on the top of the carburetor to prove that, which is that one. As soon as the engine starts, turn the mixture control wheel clockwise to the normal setting, and then you'll hear it. This is exactly how it sounds. So it's got it on the power stroke. Lovely thing, that. There you go. So I can watch that when I go to start it up next time. So this is another one I have. This is FJ Edwards, and this is actually a treadled guillotine. So that whole back there is a guillotine, and it's really extremely heavy. But that was another piece I wanted to restore, and I just love the fact that somebody's used this to make other tools and other machinery and stuff, or bodywork, whatever it is, and it's got some real history to it. There's some parts missing off it. I think it would have had extra slides that went in here somewhere, but eventually I will get it all back together and I'll have it really nicely painted and maybe get all the lettering redone. But just fascinated by the Industrial Revolution and the stuff that they had. So again, it was something that I picked up. I happened to be somewhere and they had it in the garage and I wanted to get rid of it, and yeah, just grabbed the opportunity to pick it up. Where was it now? It was the place where I bought it was the place where I bought my XK150. They happened to have it in the back of one of the storage units that they had a bunch of different Jaguars in, and again, I think it was something they never used. It was just sat there with cobwebs on it, and I think it was about 100 quid or something. So I said, yeah, I'll grab it. Because I was bringing back, that's right, because I was bringing back the engines on my trailer, both engines for both XKs, and that's why I ended up picking it up. But it weighs a bloody ton. Another one, the size of that piston in comparison to this one. I mean, it's just no. I think that was probably out of a sort of steel saw or something. It's a normal piston out of a steel saw. You can see how small it is in comparison. And that was probably out of a ship's engine, I would imagine. But to give you an idea of the size, I'll put that on there and I'll put my hand across so You can see how big that piston is. That's probably come out of maybe a big generator in a factory, or possibly a boat engine, a bit of large ship. So, but this kind of stuff just fascinates me. I remember working offshore, and they had the head off the engines that they use on semi-submersibles, and you could actually stand on, when they had the head off, you could stand on the piston and go down inside the bore. It was that big. A human being could go down in the bore. Unbelievable. For those of you who are just starting to watch, this is a U11 1936, I think, 36, 35 Citroen. And originally it was in a Citroen Rosselet, a saloon car. But when I got it, I'll show you some pictures of when I got it and then what I was thinking about doing with it. So this picture is of the Citroen when I picked it up from August's place in his apple barn. And as you see, it's got these horrible big wheels on it, but it kind of looked like it was going to make a nice kind of hot rod. So that's what got me interested in the project to start with. This picture here is of how I made the back. I've already done this, but I can jiggle this around to make it, to make it look a little bit different. And the cab I can cut down, and I think I can make it work. And I'll show you the hot rod in a second. And since my trip to Senile, I've changed my mind, and I'll show you some pictures of what I think I want to turn it into now. So this is the car I saw at Senile. Not black, but I like the way this is shaped. I think the scale's about right. I've got these rear arches. All I have to do really is make the back part of it. I think that would be the way to go. And as you can see, I mean, this is obviously a hot rod. But the front on my car is pretty much the same. The wings, everything. All I'd have to do is the back piece on it, and I think it'll look really, really good. Again, this was another one I picked up down the junkyard. I mean, I lost to go down the junkyard, and this happened to be there. And I weighed in some scrap metal I wanted to get rid of, and I think it was like 10 or 12 euros, and I basically swapped this for the 12 euros. I mean, yeah, it's an antique. It's probably, again, I don't know, 20s, 30s, something like that. It's going to be cleaned up. I'm going to put it in our front garden, as we've got an old plough up there, but the wood's falling apart on it. This is another piece I got from my friend, where I got his name's August. He has an apple farm, or a fruit farm, and a huge apple barn. I think I put it up on a video before, showing all his Renault 4TLs and all kinds of stuff he's got. And again, he had this, and we did some kind of deal with it, and it does actually work. If you plug it in, it lights up. Whether it functions correctly or not, I don't know, but you can see here it's got all these switches work here, and the basic idea is you put a distributor body in here, it catches on here, and it spins it. This spins, this you can see if I turn this, and it's showing the tolerance, and you've got 6-cylinder, 12-cylinder, and what all these things do, voltage amps. And then on this one here, you had a drive belt, and you could put a alternator, I believe. I don't think it's starting, probably an alternator. And these two here, again, 12, 6, and whatever it is, that should be on there, I believe. So there's something else, and the box, it's just a box basically. And I was thinking more about it as a toolbox, but it's something else I would like to. I'll just give it a dust off there. Sorry about the camera work, but you can see that there's actually some kind of series of numbers in here. So exactly, and obviously the spark will jump across here. So you've got a 12-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on. No, sorry. That's obviously 8, 6 or 4, not 10. So yeah, Lambert Seagull Duplex 500S. So if anybody knows what kind of age. I would think that's sort of 50s, 60s, I would imagine. Looking at the Bakelite stuff on it. I don't know exactly. I've always fancied a Sun tuner or a Krypton tuner thing, but they're kind of hard to get hold of as memorabilia these days. So there's another one in the collection that needs to be cleaned up and used or shown off on display.